Hello, welcome to Biostudy Pathshala, and here I am Niranjana Sharkar. Today we will take a break from the ecological science and we will study and learn about biochemistry. So, what is biochemistry? What do you know about the biochemistry? Let's see. So, biochemistry is the branch of scientific field which deals with the chemical properties as well as the biological properties, like the biological molecules, its processes and its functions within the living organisms and its cells, how it occurs and what are the steps. This, so the term is biomolecules. That means the molecules which are found in biological organisms. These molecules are mainly carbon containing molecules and they aggregate to form a complex structure which is the building blocks of any living organisms. These biomolecules might be small and large as well. So the small biomolecules are less complex than the large biomolecules, as because the small biomolecules include sugars, fatty acids and the amino acids, and the large biomolecules are the polymers of these small biomolecules. For example, the polysaccharides, proteins and nucleic acid. Polysaccharides are the complex form of the sugars, while the proteins are the complex form of the amino acids and the nucleic acids are the complex form of the nucleotides. So we will now see what are the chemical components of any building blocks and their functions. So let's have a look. Chemical components which includes to form our building blocks are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur and these chemical components aggregate to form either nucleotides, amino acids, carbohydrates, fatty acids and vitamins. The nucleotides further form RNA and DNA. DNA means deoxyribose nucleic acid, while the RNA is ribose nucleic acid, and they act as genetic material in any living organism. Okay, we think we all know about what is the DNA and RNA in our previous classes. And what are the amino acids? Amino acids aggregate to form protein, and these proteins act as enzymes, hormones, and the proteins are the phenotypic form of any gene or the nucleic acid which is stored as the genetic material in our body. And the carbohydrate, fatty acids and the vitamins act as metabolical product and stores some fuels in our body system. So next is what the chemical components participate to form it and what are the proportionate of the chemical components. So the carbon, oxygen and hydrogen and nitrogen are the main components to form the living cells, and actually the maximum mass of the living cell constituted by these components, almost 96%. About 3% is made up by phosphorus, sulfur, calcium and potassium. Remaining, or the rest of about 1% made up of remaining elements. The nucleic acid are the informational macromolecules of any living organisms, and proteins are the phenotypic form of the nucleic acid. This nucleic acid may be DNA and RNA. And the carbohydrates, fatty acids and vitamins are the metabolically active products and also act as the extracellular structural elements. So next is the chemical bonds. That means one kind of bond. This bonds is an attraction force which lasts and it occurs between ions, atoms and also molecules, and these are so essential to hold them to form chemical compounds. These chemical bonds are of mainly two types, might be weak bond and also the strong bonds. Weak bonds are of several types like hydrogen bonds, van der Waals bonds dipole-dipole interaction and hydrophobic interaction. And the strong bonds are ionic bond, covalent bond and the metabolic bond, as you can see in this slide. So what is the weak bond? This bond are necessary to form the biological macromolecules, and it is also very much essential to be the functional form of the biomolecules. First is hydrogen bond, as you can see in this figure and this also. This is the hydrogen bond which occurs between the oxygen atom of one molecule of water and one hydrogen atom of another water molecule. So this is a chemical bond and one of the most weak bond. As you can see, it occurs between hydrogen atom and an electronegative atom. This might be nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. The bond dissociation energy is about 23 kilojoule per mole. Next is van der Waals interaction. It is a temporal interaction and weakest chemical bond. It is intermolecular attraction forces and it is most prone to disturbance as because it is temporal kind of bond interaction, and the force cannot act on very long distance because it is a short distance bond energy. It occurs a distance about 2 to 4 Armstrong, and this bond are independent of temperature except the dipole-dipole interaction, which is one kind of van der Waals interactions. So next is the dipole-dipole interaction. The pole means one end. In this figure you can see the delta plus, that means partial positive charge, and the delta minus, that means partial negative charge. Partial positive charge on hydrogen atom while the partial negative charge on the chlorine atom. And because of this partial positive charge and the negative charge, two poles occurs to ends of any molecule, and these two poles attracts the opposite partial charges, as you can see in this figure as well. So the partial negative charge, the chlorine, attracts the hydrogen of another molecule. That means it is a intermolecular attraction force. Next is hydrophobic interaction. Phobic means to fear or to avoid. So as you can see in this figure that these red balls are the hydrophobic region, while the blue balls are the hydrophilic region. Hydrophilic means water loving, while the hydrophobic means water avoiding. So this is a protein structure. If this protein is put on an aqueous solution, the hydrophilic region face the watermost environment and the hydrophobic region aggregates to avoid the aqueous solution. Next is strong bond. Strong bonds occurs by the electron sharing or the transferring of the electrons. It is intramolecular forces, that means occurs within a same molecule. Ionic interaction is one kind of strong bond interaction. As you can see in this figure, the NaCl, the compound we have known from school levels. So NaCl or the salt, the sodium transfers its one electron to the chlorine and form one cation and one anion. The positive charged molecule are the cations and the chlorine, which is negative charged, is the anion. Here salt bridge also forms, and the ionic interactions have a role to shape biomolecules. Next is the covalent bond. It is one of the strongest chemical bond found in the biological system, and it occurs by sharing of electrons. There are two kinds of covalent bond. One is polar and another is non-polar. Polar occurs by unequal sharing of the electrons. Example is H2O. And non-polar is equal sharing of electrons. As you can see in this figure as well, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitric oxide shows the covalent bonds. Next is the metallic bond. As you can see in this figure that they share their electrons among many positive ions. As you can see, there are lots of positive ions, and it is the combination of covalent bond as well as the ionic bond. It is also called as the coordinate bond and or directional bond. So the bond energy, the ascending and the descending order of the bond energy we will see in chemical system as well as in the biological system. In chemical system, the ionic interaction shows highest bond energy, then the metallic and the covalent. Covalent shows lowest energy and ionic shows highest. And in the biological system, covalent bond energy shows the highest. As you can see, this is 400 kilojoule, then ionic, which is 200 kilojoule, after that metallic, which is again 200. Next is hydrogen, which is 15 kilojoule. Next is the dipole, which is 5 kilojoule, and the last, which is the lowest, that is van der Waals interaction, which is 3 kilojoule. Next is bonds found in nucleic acid. It is a diagram of nucleic acid. Strong bond and weak bond are found in the nucleic acid. Strong bond are several types. These are beta glycosidic bond, phosphodiester bond, phosphoester bond, and phosphoanhydride bond, while the weak bond is only hydrogen bond. Bonds are found in the protein structure are again two types. These are strong bond and weak bond. Strong bonds here are covalent bond and ionic bond. Covalent bonds are disulfide and peptide bond, while the weak bonds are hydrogen bond and hydrophobic bond. This is the structure of the protein. Next is bonds are found in carbohydrate. Here glycosidic bond and ester bond are found. It is a structure of the carbohydrate. And the next is bonds found in the lipid structure. These are again of two types, strong bond and weak bond. Ester bond and the phosphodiester bond act as strong bond in case of lipid. So thank you. This is a short time session on the biochemistry. So this is for today's session, and if you like this video, and you can share this as well, because sharing is caring, we know, right? And also can subscribe this channel on YouTube, as well as you can follow this channel on Telegram and Facebook as well. So thank you, be safe and be healthy in this pandemic time. We will see you again. Thank you.